So it's been a minute since our last watercolor swatch with me on this channel, but if you've been following along recently, you have seen me paint hundreds of Christmas cards for wholesale orders and local orders. And I kept saying I will do a video where I swatch the entire palette. So here's every single color I've used on Christmas cards. I have not put anything away, and I have a grid. Hopefully there's enough squares. I've got a white one and a black one. I'm going to label these sheets with all the color names, and then we're going to get into swatching. So let's get into it. All right, the pages are labeled, so let's get into this. First up, we have White Night's Yellowish Green Mist, which is quite a pretty color. So I'm starting with all of the quite granulating colors, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Then we have Szmal Autumn Green. We have Szmal Green Mist, which is one of those colors that's got quite a high amount of binder. We have we've got, oh, both of these are White Nights. White Nights Green Shadows. I use the White Nights granulating set for Christmas cards because they're quite fun, and you don't have to worry about Christmas cards being light fast for months and months and months. You just need to worry about them being light fast for a couple months in total sunlight. We have Jade Green from, not Szmal, from Rosa Gallery. That's an error that needs to be fixed. I'll fix that in my notes. We have Daniel Smith Cascade Green, which is one of my favorite greens. The pigment numbers for this color make no sense to me, but I adore it. We have Undersea Green, also by Daniel Smith. I activated you, why aren't you working? Which is normally a bit more punchy than that, but there we go. Didn't want to come up at first. We have White Nights Cobalt Chromium Mist. We have White Nights Tagia Mist. And Rosa Gallery's Black Grape. Bit too much of that on my brush. I do like their grape collection, or their black collection, because you put the color down and you just think it's a black. It's actually green. We have Nibs Rain, one of my favorite colors that she makes. I love the entire set. The entire set's actually in this. And then we have Aquamarine Mist from White Nights. Just a super fun color. We have White Nights Blue Mist. We have Szmal Ocean Blue, another one of my favorites. I feel like this color doesn't get enough love these days. We have Cobalt Mist from White Nights. Also, I adore this color. It's such a fun, moody, dark blue. We there? Yes, we're there. We have White Nights Sky Blue Shadows. Now, does this scream sky blue to me? No, but it does scream I'm a moody shadow color. So I'm going to accept its name. we have Nibs Lightning. If you've never tried her colors, you're missing out. I love lightning. We have Blue Shadows from White Nights. It's very underpainted. Ah, there we go. We have Dark Blue Shadows from White Nights, which is always funny to me how different those two colors are. One has a phthalo base and one does not. Gray Rose Mist. And we've got two of the most unique colors. We have Turquoise Rose Mist, which is just an unusual granulating color to have. And then we've got KoZPaints Viola, which is also an unusual granulating color to have, and one of my absolute favorite granulating colors of all time. I've got an entire video just on this paint. We have Misty Morning by Szmal. I love this color. It's also very hard to mix for. I don't think I've ever successfully mixed for it. It's part of my mixing grays. Then we have Vertiberry from Cosmick Creations. Also another color that's gotten a video just on the color because it's super cool. Should I bring back that series of doing videos on handmade colors, single handmade colors? They were short and fun and sort of fabulous. Shadow Violet Light, Szmal. I have a love-hate relationship with Shadow Violets. This one's super fun though, and very blue. Violet Horizon by Cosmick. Next. Twilight by Cosmick. This is one of my favorite pigments that's now no longer available in production. It's so much fun. I've also got too much of it on this page right now. Then we have Thunder. And I don't know if you can see the green that's separating out of lightning up there. The Nibs colors are truly fantastic. She makes such excellent granulating colors, especially her granulating browns. They are to die for, and I have far too many of them. Blueberry from Cosmick Creation. This is a new color. I know people are conflicted. Some people love it, some people hate it. I have no problem about a paint taking a couple extra minutes to activate, especially for a gray that's as fun as that is when it dries. Like, it reminds me of slate and all those really fun stones, and so I adore it. What do I want next? I want this for next. White Nights Rose Mist. It's very purple. It's very pretty. It's super fun. It's also really unique. You don't see this in granulating colors very often. Bright pinky purples. White Nights has a couple of them, including one that I've put right next door that uses different pigments, I believe, when I mixed for the set. But it is super fun. They're just these sort of unique things that you don't see very often. Violet Mist. I would say this is where we go from like sort of making sense to not making sense in color layout. Violet shadows. Again, I was positioning things with my heart, not with swatches when I built this palette. Because then we have Cosmick Creations Blue Raspberry. And if you've seen Blue Raspberry, you will know that it is incredibly fun and also like really doesn't go where I've put it. But I didn't know where else to put it, so it went there. And then because it was there, I stuck Daniel Smith Rose of Ultramarine next to it, which is like sort of similar, but like not really similar. In my opinion, Blue Raspberry is more fun than Rose of Ultramarine. Like both have their place, but Blue Raspberry is more fun. Then we have Cosmic Creations Sangria. This is a newer color. I think it came out this summer. Might have come out in the spring. But I don't know that it's gonna do the full spectrum of colors that pop up on it in this paper, but it is super fun and it looks really great on trees. And now you're starting to see the palette for trees. Also, my water control is really off and I care not. Where am I? Sangria, Shadow Rose. This was a fun color. I liked creating this color. Violet Black from Rosa Gallery, which again looks like a very red black when you put it on a page. And then is this lovely purple. Black Grape is another one of those black colors from Rosa Galleries, which looks very blue-purple on the page. And then once we wash it out, it's a very pretty purple. I do love their black colors. I'm not a huge fan of the Rosa Gallery formula. I find it sticky, but there are some fun colors that they make, including magenta gray. I do like their gray colors and their black colors. They're just fun. I don't really use any other color from them, but I do use those ones. Ruby Mist from White Nights, which is another very unique granulating color. Very bright red. Hematite Mist from White Nights is a very purple color. And then we have Nibs Sun, which is the last color in that quad set that includes rain, thunder, lightning, and sun. And I adore this brown. This is the brown that made me fall in love with her brown paints. It's so much fun. We have Scarlet Mist. We have Scarlet Mist. That pan was not wet. We have Cobalt Gray from Rosa Gallery. We have Roman Szmal Urban Gray. And that is the end of Tree tree colors. Just like that, we have done all of the tree colors, but there are still many more colors to go. All right, we are now going to do the seven colors that only appeared on gift tags. So to start with, we have Roman Szmal Aquarius Red, which is one of my favorite reds. It's a very light red, but it is very pretty. Then we have Daler and Rowney Cadmium Red Deep Hue, which also only appeared on gift tags because I did a couple sets actually that were very red, green, gold, or red, green, silver as their color palette. We have Cosmick Creation Alizarian Crimson. I love her Alizarian Crimson. I don't believe Laura makes a Alizarian Crimson anymore, but it is one of my favorite colors she ever made. We have P from Cosmick Creation. I'm almost done my pan of this actually. My pan is almost all the way empty after Christmas cards this year. It is a frequent Christmas card color, especially for gift tags, because it's sort of this nice pale green that washes out really nicely. We have Michael Wilcox Thalocene Green, which is basically phthalo green. Well, it is phthalo green. It's very bright. I don't use it for anything other than Christmas cards or for mixing, but it works very well for Christmas cards. It's a very Christmassy green. We have Cosmick Creations Deep Pine. I use this color all the time, and it's also a great Christmas card color. Clearly, it's a very deep green, but it also washes out into like this lovely moody green. Quixote from Cosmick Creations is a lovely dark green. I believe it's PBK 31. But I do love it. Even though I don't tend to use Paraline greens all that often, I do quite like Laura's. So we are done with the matte colors. So I have to switch my brushes and we'll get into the shimmers. So for the shimmers, I have to swatch on black and then I have to swatch on white. For the sake of desk space, words are hard, I'm going to swatch on white and then I'm going to do them on black afterwards, just so like you can see everything. So to start with, we have Whitt's Marble. I don't believe I bought this pan new. I think I bought this pan secondhand from somebody that like hadn't used it at all. It's such a fun color. Honestly, colors like this are so underrated, where they've got like the base of something and then are super shimmery on top. I adore them. Then we have Neptune from GDcolor Art. And you'll notice that these two are sort of separate, and that's because what I'm about to put in the middle is or at the end, is my custom snow mix. And my custom snow mix for the past 2 years has been a mix of these two colors. And so this is what I use on cards to make it look like there's snow. And it's super fun and it's super cute. And so it's slightly blue tinted and it's got some sparkle and it's super nice. But I do custom mix my snow every single year. We have 925 by Cosmick Creations. This is the replacement for Sterling. I've been through almost an entire pan of this Christmas. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as Sterling. And honestly, I'm not sure that I do, but I do quite like it. We have Pure Gold by Cosmick. It's one of my favorite golds. It's my favorite gold Laura makes. My other favorite gold is by a shop that no longer exists, and so I sort of ration when I use it because I've yet to find a shop that makes a gold out of the same pigment that my favorite gold is. So pure gold is my current favorite. Then we have True Blood. Now, I love this red. This red was most recently in the Oceanside Sunset Cosmic Creations palette, but it is available open stock. We have Central from Reneeissance Colors. This is from her very first launch, which I think was back in 2021. I bought this in her very first shop update. We have, potentially, if it wants to work, we have Midas from Cosmick Creations. The issue is this palette sat for a minute and like stuff started to dry up. So let's see. There we go. Which is a gold hollow with a gold shimmer base. It's super fun. I pretty much only use it as an accent. It's really only, or it's best over the top of something else. Then we have Cosmic Creations Groovy, which is what Midas should look like if I had enough water going on with Midas right now. I just don't. It's a little bit too dry. And so it looks a little bit lumpy. Oh, there we go. Gotta make sure those swatches look good. Let's make sure everything else is wet quickly before we move on. There are no issues once we get to later colors. All right. We've done Groovy. Hello Fabulous. One of my first colors with Cosmic Creations that I ever named for the shop. Now, this color looks really dull inside under studio lighting. Under sunlight, this holographic pops. And I think I've got a ring light. I don't know if you can tell just how shiny that holographic is. It's one of the shiniest paints I've ever had on my desk. And still to this day is one of my absolute favorite colors that I've ever convinced Laura to carry. We have Color Love CA Galaxy. Black hollows are hard to find. This is one of my favorite black hollows. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to have like a core line of colors. And so unless you have this color already from her Christmas collection, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, there doesn't seem to be any way to get it. Pillow Moss. These are super cool. These are color shift hollows that were part of last year's Christmas collection for Cosmic Creations, or January's collection. I don't know. I know I got mine around the holidays last year from Laura. So they're super fun. Again, they really pop under sunlight. They also pop over top of other things and at angles and on black paper, which is what we're going to put them on next. We've got Cosmic Creations Tropics. We have Aruba. Most of these glitters are all Cosmick Creations because they're what the majority of my shimmer palette is. That being said, there are lots of great shimmer brands out there. I just happen to mostly have Laura's shimmers. We have Blue Fox, which is another one of the hollow line. I don't think I pulled the entire hollow line. I think there were 9 colors and I've pulled 6. So I wonder which ones I left behind in my palette. Blue Fox. Aster. Aster's super fun. It's one of those colors that I think people forget how cool colors like these ones can be because they look so basic, but actually they're so much fun. I adored using them on Christmas cards this year because of the color shift element to them. We have Cotton Candy. This was by far the favorite on Christmas cards this year. As a holographic color, I would say. People really liked it. I really liked it, but like people who were buying cards really liked it as well. It's just one of those crazy color shift colors. The next couple are all ghost colors, which means they are not going to show up on this paper at all. They really only show up on black paper. But we're going to swatch them out here anyways, just so you can really see what ghosts look like on white versus on black paper. Like you can sort of see with Princess like where it is, but you can't really tell what color it is. We have Crush. Mauve Spirit. Amethyst Spirit. Honestly, they all look the same in the pans, and so I'm having to make sure that I'm grabbing the right thing as well. Ghost Violet. I love ghosts because really on the paper they look like nothing. Ghost Copper. Nope. What's this? Satin Red. Ghost Copper Pearl, which is the color that started it all with Cosmick Creations. It's one of the first 3 colors I bought from Laura all the way back in 2020. Pearl Gold. I will say this one shows up on white a little bit, and I have used it on white this year as like a really pale gold. Same with this one, which is Gold Up. They're like very, very pale golds, but they worked well for what I was doing, which was the gold ornament cards. Ghost Sapphire Blue. Ghost Satin Green. A tester color from Cosmick Creations. I don't think this color ever made it into the shop. It's super fun though. It's a color shift and it's great. But I would say for every color shifter that gets launched in the shop, The BA team probably sees 6 colors. And every once in a while there's one we really like that for whatever reason doesn't get launched, and that was one that I really liked and I have kept in my palette even though it didn't get launched. This is Hydracolour Gamma, one of the most unique color shifters I have ever seen. I only have a 1/4 pan of this. It always makes me sad I only have a 1/4 pan of it. And I need to fix that at some point because it's super fun. Final square. Cloverset Lettering, Sashay Away. Love the names of the old Cloverset colors. So I have not bought since she came back to Instagram, but I do have some of her old stuff and it's great. So let's switch these pages around and I'm going to do the black now. All right. We've just got the colors on this page. So we've got Marble, then we've got Neptune, then we've got our custom snow color, which looks so different on this paper. Then we have 925. Which is also such a fun color. Pure Gold. True Blood, which is such an amazing color because it's so hard to find red shimmer colors that are red on black. Most of them go either orange or brown. Central, which is where you can really see the shimmer. It always reminds me of Dorothy's Ruby Slippers. And then Midas. We have Groovy. I will say this paper is, the black is, I believe it's black Bristol, and so it absorbs a lot of water very quickly, which is not the best paper for black swatches, but I've lost my black watercolor block. And so we're using what we have. Hello Fabulous. Galaxy. Pillow Moss. And you can really see the green pop on camera in this color. Tropics. Aruba. Blue Fox. Aster. When this is all dry, I'll tilt the page under the camera just so you can see what the color shift on these ones especially is like, because the color I'm seeing at the angle I'm sitting is totally different than what you're seeing on camera. Like, to me, Aruba is bright pink, Tropics is a much darker green, Pillow Moss is almost white. Color shifters are so much fun. Cotton Candy. I love this color. To me, right now, it looks hot pink. To you, it does not. But I see like Barbie fluorescent pink. We have Princess, which is a chunkier ghost. It's a ghost with some texture to it, which is fun. You just need a lot of water. Crush is the same way. It's got a little bit of texture to it. It's not as smooth as some of the other ghosts, just the pigment itself is sort of more holographic-esque. We have Mauve Spirit. Which one of these? There's Amethyst. Like, which one of these is the color I need? I will say water control with especially these ghosts that sort of are creamy is a big thing, because if you don't have correct water control, they're going to show it. Nothing shames your water control more than a pearly ghost. Ghost Violet. We have Satin Red. Because they're one of those paints that will show every single touch you made to the paper. We have, oh, this is Ghost Copper Pearl. I already know. Look how that pops. This is the paint, one of the paints that made me fall in love with the world of handmade watercolors. It's so much fun. Pure Gold. Oh, Pearl Gold. Just different than Gold Up. Somehow. I think when they dry, they're different. One of them's like more opaque than the other, I want to say. Ghost Sapphire Blue. Ghost Satin Green. The Cosmick Creations Tester Shifter. Gamma, which is really as bright as it looks on camera right now. And then sachet away. All right, let's let this page dry and then I will tilt it so you guys can see the color shift. All right, here we go. Everything is swatched and there's the shift, which is so much fun. And then here's the completed palette for Christmas cards this year. So quite a wide range of brands. I do really like the matte palette I used for trees this year because it gave me lots of flexibility to mix for like the more neutral, moody grays that I wanted, while still having lots of fun colors where I didn't need to think to use them. Shimmer wise, it's always fun to have a good shimmer. And I do really like the shimmers I chose this year. It's a much larger shimmer palette than last year, but the Cosmick Creations holographic color shift shimmers weren't out last year, and so I'm happy to have them as an addition to this year's palette. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you keep a record of your Christmas card color palette. Do you do holiday cards? This is the largest year of holiday cards I've done. I think the total for cards this year was a bit over 220. So it was a lot of cards, but I'm happy to have a record of the colors I used, and it was quite a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.